Hi guys, it's Sam here with Bargain Hunting Blonde, and today I am bringing you a 1.5 year review of my Polene Numero, which is in this bag, but I want to start out with this in the bag to kind of explain some things to you guys. So first off, storage. That I've had this bag for 1.5 years. I do still store it in its box. I find that, I know a lot of people don't like to store in boxes, but I find that this is kind of a bigger bag and I don't want it to get beat up and banged around. So I find that it's okay in the box. I do live in a more temperate area, so it doesn't get really hot. I don't do a lot of extremes, not a lot of humidity. If you do, probably wouldn't store it in the box. I also do keep it in its dust bag. So this is the Polene dust bag that it did come with. So I do keep it in there. And then lastly, as you guys will see, I do keep it stuffed with the strap inside so that the strap is not leaving any indentations on the leather as it is sitting in its box. So like I said, I've had this bag for 1.5 years. I did buy it a little bit before it went up in price. It is now $425, which is still a great price for a bag this big. It is all leather. This is the Trio Camel color. So you can see why it's called that is it is 3 different colors and it is 2 different leathers. So this bottom leather is more of a pebbled leather. You guys can see that right there with the graining. And then the top and the clasp are more of a smooth leather. So you'll see there's not really any sort of graining in the leather. This is a really beautiful bag. It is, again, the Numero 1. So this is their initial size of this bag. It has since come in a mini, in a backpack version, and a nano. I do also have the nano, and I have been eyeing the backpack version, which I think solves a big problem of the mini, which was the chain strap that I'm a little worried about. So with the backpack, you can make it look like the mini, but it does have a leather strap. So let me move this big box a little bit. It is very big, so it does take up a lot of room to store it in there. But I did want to say that the dimensions of this bag, they are in centimeters from the company, so that's what I'm going to go with. So first you do have the height of this bag, which is 23 centimeters, the length of this bag, which is 32 centimeters, and the depth of this bag, which is 16.5 centimeters. So it is a good sized bag all around. It is definitely much more of a medium sized bag than like a small or nano sized bag. Like I said, it does retail right now for $425, and for $425 you're not going to pay tax on that, but you do pay a $25 express DHL shipping, which will get to you in about 2 or 3 days, which is amazing, and to me totally worth it considering you're not paying tax on this bag. And when you live in California, like where I live, tax is basically 10%, which is more on a $425 bag than it is on $25 DHL shipping. So save some money. Let's go over the places on this bag where I personally see some wear. And a slight disclaimer is I do not use this bag every day. So this is not a 1.5 years worth of review for everyday use of this bag. I do have to carry to work when we were going to work, at least 1 laptop, most of the time 2. I carry 2 cell phones, etc., etc. So I really have to use a tote for work. So this for me is used solely as a handbag. I could see some people who don't need to carry a laptop to and from work using this for work, and I think it'd be great. It would definitely fit, you know, kind of the basic essentials you need plus a little. So something to consider and something to keep in mind when I'm showing you my wear. I have a big handbag collection. I do not carry this bag every day. So first things first, as you can see, and it's going to be kind of hard to see in this light, but there is some slight, like you can see the button a little bit. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. But because of opening and closing this bag and this being the lightest color on the bag, you can see a little bit of the magnet. The magnet is very strong, and so it is kind of pulling the leather where there's a little bit of a bump right here on the bag that I can feel. I'm not sure if you can see it. And then there are some from the side. Let's see if you can see it from the side. Some kind of like, oh, you can see it a little bit. See it now? So there are some kind of slight scuffs on this really light piece, and like I said, the magnet is very strong, so it is kind of creating a little bit of a bump right there. So you guys will see I still have the blue on the magnet. I know I should take it off because it'll scratch the magnet, but like, I don't know. I like the stickers and I normally leave them on. Looking at this bag, is there any other? Okay, so on this top flap, and I wouldn't say it's bad at all, there is slight creasing. I don't know if you guys can see that a little bit at the top. You can maybe see it a little more at the corners. And that is from how you open the bag. So the bag does open like this, and as you can see, That is just kind of where it is bending. And that's just what's gonna happen. That's gonna happen with any bag that has a flap and that is not just a zipper opening or just like a giant tote opening. And I'm okay with that. I mean, really, this is me being very nitpicky. If I was just to look at this bag and like take it out of the box and be like, this looks brand new, honestly. Okay, there is a little crinkling, which is interesting. There is a little bit of crinkling on the back pocket of this bag. So there is a back pocket I will show you. It is the slightly darker smooth leather. And I don't think I've ever put anything in this back pocket because a phone does not fit well like in this back pocket. Can you guys see it right there? Yes, a little bit. There is some wrinkling on this side of the pocket, not on the other side, just on this side. It's not very noticeable and it like really doesn't bother me, but I figured I'd point that out to you guys. There is basically no wear on the shoulder strap, and that is because of how it attaches. It does slide through leather, and so it's not like metal on metal, which is honestly what causes most of the discoloration. On hardware, the handle looks great, which is very surprising considering it is the lighter leather. As you guys can see right there, it is the lighter leather, like the same as the front clasp. Let's look at the bottom. Okay. As you can see, I'll show you guys. There's not really any, there's like some scratches on the feet, but not really. Let's see if we can zoom in on one. That is because like it is the feet of the bag and you do put the bag down, and so you are going to start to scratch those eventually. Normally when I'm carrying this, I'm kind of almost like running errands, and so it really just stays with the strap on my shoulder. I do not wear this bag crossbody. I do occasionally carry it top handle, but like literally top handle, I don't do crook of arm, even though you could. I think this bag has held up really well, remarkably well, honestly, for the price point and the different types of leather on it and for how long I've had it and how much I've used it. There really is not a lot of wear on the outside of the bag, so let's dive into the interior of the bag. Also, I find this interesting, and I actually like it because I do find the pebble leather can be a little more durable. The outside of the flap is this smooth leather, and the inside is actually the pebbled leather like the rest of the bag. So you do have snaps here that allow you to get in and out of the bag a little easier. So as you can see, they are now undone, and now this is much easier to get in and out of. So, where to the interior of the bag? There's like nowhere to the interior of this bag, which I'm very excited about because this is not a leather lined bag. It is a canvas lined bag, which a lot of times, you know, something will kind of like just nick this or like spill and you'll see it. But it is very clean down there, which is very, very exciting, and I really like. I think that is something great about this bag, is it is just really durable. Would it be a little better to me if it was leather lined? Yes, but it would make this bag heavier. So definitely something to consider there. I don't put anything in the pockets because they are pretty small. There is that one zippered pocket in the back right there, but don't really use it. And it does have down lower, which someone actually pointed out to me and I never noticed. It does have 2 slip pockets. And since I've never noticed, I've obviously never put anything in them. The snaps right here have held up well, but I do try to be kind of gentle with them because I would not want those to break. I think that would be unfortunate. And then I wanted to show you what I meant about not getting tarnishing on these back little D-rings, and that is because this strap is all leather, as you guys can see, and you do like loop it like this through that D-ring so that you are not actually putting metal on metal, and it's not like a clip. Clips will, you know, the metal will rub up against each other and that'll create a lot more wear, until Polene did not do that with this bag, and I appreciate that. Like I said, I do keep this wrapped up, stored in the bag, just because when the bag is in the box, I do not want it laying on the strap or the strap laying on top of the bag, because that could definitely leave marks on the bag. I do keep the bag stuffed. I don't overly stuff it because that can be another way to kind of distort the shape in the wrong way, is that you stuffed it too much and no one wants to do that. I've also done a comparison video with this bag with the Numero Un Nano, and just a size comparison. I'll make sure to link that up there and down below. I really like this bag. I think it's definitely worth the money. It is definitely on the cheaper side of luxury goods. I know some people wouldn't necessarily consider it on the same level as Chanel, but I think the quality is really, really great. I would definitely buy this again. As I have said, I am eyeing the Numero Un backpack, which I think is a really pretty version of this bag. I'm just trying to see if they come out with a couple more colors. They have been releasing a lot more bags recently, some which I like, some which I don't, but I do see the quality in all of their bags, which I really appreciate. And I did actually get to go to the Polene showroom in Paris when I was there on my honeymoon. And I did go and like try on all the different bags and look at all the different bags, and that was really great to see the colors and see the bag in person, because I know that's like a big complaint from a lot of people, is that you cannot see the bag in person. There's no seller in the United States that sells this bag. So basically for me, I happened to see it online, and I purchase online all the time, so that wasn't that big of a deal to me. But I do know that I've had friends who are like, oh, you have the Polene bag, can I please see it? Like, I want one, I just don't want to buy it without seeing it. So I always make sure to share with them. Oh, and there's one other thing I wanted to point out that I think is interesting, that for me has not worn, but I would be a little wary about it, is there is a bottom seam on the bottom of the bag, and it does have a light, almost white stitching to it. And if you set your bag down in something that I could see getting dirty really quickly, and I could see you being able to clean the leather and not the white stitching on the bottom, I haven't had that issue, but I kind of wanted to flag it for people, as I noticed that when I was looking over this bag before this video. But I would recommend Polene. Have you guys heard anything about Polene? Would you buy a Polene bag? Do you like this bag? I think there's kind of been this consensus where people really want to see just like this bag with a solid colored caramel, like just this material, this beautiful texture material all over the bag. I totally get that. I would love that too, but they don't do that right now. Their only caramel color is this trio color. So if you like this sort of video, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is twice a week. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see how I style my bags, please make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and my blog, all of which are linked down below. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.